Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting Show. Back after a little hiatus of sticking to live streams over the weekend. Had a rough couple days there on Thursday and Friday. Needed a quick 24-hour break. Came back pretty strong on Sunday. Had a decent day there, up almost a full unit on the day. So we'll always take plus money. I've got 3 bets here for you guys that I want to get through real quick from the first couple games. And then we are going to have that live stream, as we do every day now moving forward, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time here today, as it will be all week this week as well. So continue to jump into there. Bring your bets. Bring them in the comments. And then we go through that together. And I show you all the tools and how I'm using everything that I have at my disposal to find all the value here for these plays. So let's jump right into how we did and then get into these best bets for Monday. Little comeback on Sunday after a brutal Friday and Saturday where we lost 7 units in a row there on Thursday and Friday rather, and then took the day off Saturday. Came back Sunday, 4-4 plus 0.8 units. Kind of wish I would have left Brad Beal off the card, as we will now have no choice but to leave Brad Beal off the card moving forward because those Suns are out of the playoffs, first team eliminated. We still did have a pretty decent day there. Kyle Lowry came through for us and a couple other guys on the Clips, as well as that Chris Middleton under, as the Pacers are now in control of that series somewhat decidedly, 3-1 as they head back to Milwaukee. But let's go ahead and jump right into the 3 bets I've got here for Monday. Kicking it off with Bam Adebayo, over 22.5 points and assists for Bam, -112 for a full unit. I kind of like just the points as well because the dimes haven't quite been there, but I think we'll get a little bit of positive regression with the assist for Bam. Although in general, the points have been there more because this Boston defense is really giving Bam the 2-pointers. They're allowing him to do his thing in ISO and post-up moves, and then they're just going down and raining threes on this team. And that's a big reason for why you see them sort of nonchalantly allowing Bam to go one-on-one, even as he continues to be really efficient and score a lot of buckets around the rim. Without Jimmy Butler, he's gone over this number in 20 of 25 on the season. He's averaging 26 PA in those games and 36 minutes per game without Jimmy. That's all pretty much in line with what he's done this series, except for you kind of add a couple more minutes for him as it's now the playoffs, and he's 38 to 40 minutes now instead of the 36 that he played during the regular season with Jimmy not in the game, right? And like I said, really, if you extrapolate all that out, you combine it with the fact that Boston is allowing Bam to do his thing down low, which is kind of what we saw from the Nuggets in the finals last year, and even a little bit from Boston in the conference finals last year as well, which was Bam going to Bam, and that's fine because nobody else is going to beat them unless they rain down threes in like they did in game 2. And I would have expected Bam to have a few more assists, as he had about 6 potential assists in game 2 when they won and hit a ton of shots. His particular passes just didn't turn into assists, but he was still there with it. So we're going to go back to him, 22.5 points and assists tonight. Time to bet on the Rook. And if you think that Nikola Jovic looks like he's 12, it's because he damn near is. He's about 21 years old and playing anything but the looks of a 12-year-old. I'll give you that right now. 14.5 points and rebounds for Jovic, not to be confused with Jokic. So please don't assume that Nikola Jokic has a 14.5 points and rebounds prop. This is the rookie Jovic, -110 on DraftKings for him with a full unit. And I think this is hugely due. I mean, I know it is because I'm making this bet, hugely due to Kevin Love being somewhat eradicated from this series. 4 minutes in the last game, 6 in the previous game. He had 13 in game 1, and I really thought Spo would continue to go back to him, but looks like he would actually rather have the long and much more quick and younger Nikola Jovic in there over K-Love at this point, because Jovic has also proven himself to be a very, very adequate rebounder. If you look at his minutes, they're obviously just the inverse here, going upwards. 26 in game 1, 25 in game 2, and that would be the only thing that scares you, is that in game 2 he had 25 minutes because he didn't play in the fourth quarter. Little bit of worrisome there because his fourth quarter minutes are a little bit down. Looks like Spo would rather have a lineup with Caleb Martin and Haywood Highsmith on the floor in the fourth quarter, which makes sense. But this dude has been performing so much better than them, to be honest. I don't know that you can even keep him off the floor in the fourth quarter if it's close. And game 3 was a blowout. He got 5.5 minutes in that quarter. Some of the starters got a few more minutes, but it was kind of over by the fourth quarter when they were down by 20 plus. However, he's still getting all these rebound chances and boards in the earlier part of the game. 12 rebound chances per game in the first 3 is good for second on the team, only behind Bam, and 7.7 rebounds per game obviously gets you comfortably over that number if he just gets about 8 points in this one. And it's the points coming on the, you need the field goal attempts, obviously, but I see the volume at a pretty nice high total here, 11 field goal attempts in game 3 when he got his 34 minutes in that game, right? And if he continues to have around 30 to 31, he should be at about 10 to 11 field goal attempts per game as one of their better 3-point shooters now left on the team here, right? And I think he will be that moving forward for them as well. So he's bet number 2 here for the Rook to go over 14.5 points and rebounds. A couple other things I want to remind you guys about. We did start a partnership here on the Land Your Bet show with Props.cash, using that awesome platform every day during the live stream. That's sort of the homepage for us as we use that to kind of gather ourselves and get all the necessary stats all in one spot, which is really why I love Props.cash. So if you want to give it a shot and you don't have an account yet, you can get the monthly subscription here for 25% off if you use code LYB24. Does support the show, but more importantly, if you do want to start getting into this Props.cash stuff to help yourself become a better, then I would definitely use this code to get into it. See how you like it for a month. If you don't like it, you're done. If you do like it, get it for one more month so you can have it through the finals as well. And one more quick reminder, the Discord is popping off at this point. The LYB Discord is live. The link to the video was incorrect for a bit in the description. It's all updated now. So anything that you find here with the link in the bio or the description of this video, go ahead and jump in the Discord and get some access to all my stuff, but also a really great community of smart bettors who are coming together and helping each other every single day. So jump in there, link in the description if you're interested. And final play here for you is BI. We're going to go under for Brandon Ingram. Now, it's 31.5 PRA. You get a minus 108 juice there. Pretty good odds for you to take the under here for BI. And really, like, this is about separating what BI did during the regular season without Zion from what he's doing against this Thunder team, and really has done against this Thunder team with or without Zion over the course of the last couple years. Now, this year, this defense has just gone to another level. One of only 2 teams in the league besides the Boston Celtics who are in top 5 in offense and defense. That's the Thunder there. And now we're talking about BI being in the torture chamber. Lou Dort has just completely locked him up. And when he's not locking him up, Jalen Williams has really also come in as a secondary defender or primary at times as well, and just completely locked up Brandon Ingram, who has not looked like anything like he did before the injury. And I think that's still bothering him. I think that in part because of that last point there, which is that the field goal attempts are super low for Brandon Ingram. I don't want to say he looks disinterested. I just want to make clear, like, it doesn't seem as though he is himself physically. And that's part of why we see him with only 13 field goal attempts, 16 points per game. And really a big part of that is going to be the fact that he does so much out of the pick and roll as the ball handler. And now that's just not really available for him against one of the best teams in the league at defending pick and roll ball handler and their points per game, right? They're giving up about the 4th fewest points per game to that specific play type and position there. And that's what BI wants to do, is either get in the ISO, where this team is also a top 10 defense, or get people in the pick and roll and try to work that. But right now, it's going to be a lot more Larry Nance than Joval, and Larry Nance is obviously not quite the offensive player that Joval is, and much better on defense, to be fair. But that's also going to mean that we've got Brandon Ingram now guarding guys that it's not necessarily good for him in terms of getting those boards. He's guarded a few guys that are bigger than him, or he's guarded guys like Chet Holmgren, who are standing out on the 3-point line and not necessarily making him available for rebounds. So you've seen him have 8.3 rebound chances through these first 3 games, only 4.7 boards, going under his boards in 2 of the 3. He had 6 in game 1, but cleanly under this PRA total in all 3, as you can see on this in the series here, just averaging about 25, 26 PRA overall. 23.5 PRA overall over the course of these 3 games, 25 or 26 about that in the last 6 games against this team, the Thunder. But that dates back to last year. Much different look last year versus the number 1 seeded Thunder this year, right? So the assists as well, not there for him. They're not really doubling him. They're just letting Lou Dort be awesome at defense. And that does mean that other guys are not quite as open or available for him because there's nobody helping off of their guys to create open shots for Brandon Ingram's teammates. So combine all these together, go under 31.5 PRA, and we should be able to see him stay cleanly under that as he has in the first 3. And that is all the time that I have for you in this one. Going to be coming back here at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with the live stream. Get a few more bets in there. I'll be looking a little bit more closely at the Lakers and Nuggets. Just wanted to get this one out to you guys this morning and early afternoon so we could at least get enough ahead of that before the live stream in a few hours. So see y'all here at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Until I see you next, happy betting.